Welcome to Morning Glory Farmstead. My name is Lolly, and this channel is all about gardening, animals, and nature. Get it, Ollie. Pigeon! Pigeon. Good morning. Are you hungry? Good morning, honey. Hey. Well, that wasn't nice. Just ate them all. Hold on, Pigeon. All done. Come on. All done. Go on. All right. Y'all check out the 4 o'clock. It is absolutely beautiful. All right, y'all, this is bark butter on this log, and this mockingbird, who you would not think would be the first one, was the first one to find this log. And then another mockingbird was watching him. He was flying all over the place trying to figure out, okay, I think I can do that. So this is the second one. He figured it out. And they are absolutely loving this. Y'all, I have birds on my property that eat stuff that they wouldn't normally eat in the wild. You know, they say certain birds don't eat seed, but they sure do at my feeders. It just depends on their habitat, and they're much more adaptable than people realize. Now, if y'all have been watching my other videos, you know that the red belly is my absolute favorite, and he loves to frequent the bark butter on these logs. And in just a minute, he's actually about to drop a piece, and he uses his belly to catch it. Way to go. And as much as he's eating on here, it makes me think he's got some babies somewhere that he's going to be feeding. And I always think to myself, how in the world can they put so much in that tiny body without blowing up like a balloon? I look at him and think, where in the world are they putting that? He is just beautiful to watch. I love looking out the window and seeing him, and I love hearing the sounds that he makes. What are some of your favorite birds? Y'all put it in the comments. What do y'all see at your feeders, or just in general? What is your favorite type of bird? They're so beautiful, and there's so many varieties. So I put my camera here because I saw the hummingbird all over these flowers. And then, of course, by the time I put my camera out, he was gone. But what I caught was cute. You can see here that we have a bird that is camera shy that's going to stay behind those flowers while the other ones are trying to drink. And y'all, I fill these bird baths every day, but it is so hot. They are evaporating like nobody's business. I'm going to have to fill them at least twice a day. This one hardly has any in it, and it's got a lot of traffic. They're trying to take a bath and drink from that little bit of water in there. But it's so cute to watch them. Y'all, that is a juvie cardinal over there. You can tell because her beak is still brown, and she's just kind of watching and checking things out, trying to see what all the fuss is about, wondering if she needs to jump in too. She's like, it's hot. Y'all save me a spot. Y'all, it is hot and steamy, and it's really difficult to breathe outside. And tomorrow it's going to be 96% humidity, y'all. I wish I could make the air better for them to breathe, but at least I can put out some fresh water and some food. Every little bit helps. every day this humbutter has new flowers in it. Y'all, this is the GreenStalk. It's the gift that just keeps giving. I mean, it just keeps going. Every day there's more and more. So they're dying every day, but there's all these new ones coming up. And so I think planting all of those seeds in these pockets with these wildflowers was a great idea. I am really enjoying this. And y'all don't forget, GreenStalk is having a sale right now. It's an accessory sale. Hey, by the way, check out those strawberries. They're getting big. I'm so excited. Okay, so GreenStalk is having their 4th of July sale, and it's on accessories. So it's 3 accessories for $74.97. So y'all go to the description box, click my link, use my code LOLLY10 to get $10 off the sale price. So y'all go to GreenStalk, check out the sale. I'm just giving you a quick snapshot again. I've still got collards and beans and snap peas growing. And y'all, I already ate a lot of the beans and they were really good. One of the other things I just wanted to show you real quick is that my garden shed is complete. It's not huge, but it's the best size that I could get for the amount of room that I have in this area. The garden shed has actually been done since the day after the last video. Nick and the family came over and they went ahead and finished it up that morning before it got too hot. But I haven't had a chance to do anything with it because I have been working on the chicken run. And I spent hours candling eggs again. So y'all, not only do I have all of the eggs that I candled before sitting under the chickens, I found a whole nother set of eggs that had been under some other chickens that I hadn't gotten to yet. And y'all, I've got at least 13 that I candled and actually saw movement in. So I'm really excited. I may have some chicks soon. There's quite a few things that can go wrong when a chicken is sitting on eggs. You know, there's the whole cycle of how long the chicken is sitting. Some get swiped, some get moved out from under the chicken. They may move and sit on another egg that just got laid. Y'all, there's all kinds of things that go on. And if that temperature drops and it's not consistent, then you may actually lose the chick. The process can actually be stopped. I've got several broody chickens and it's been a lot of teamwork. One of them got up because they were done and another one took over. I think I've got 4 or 5 that are actually sitting on eggs. I may have my hands full in about a week or 2. They're alive. All right, you guys put your spectacles on. I want to show you a couple of the eggs that I candled. If you look really closely, you will see that dark area moving around inside the egg. Now, the eggs that I've been looking at have been in all different stages, and so they've all started at different times, which makes it a little bit more difficult. It's not like they're in an incubator and you turn on the timer for 21 days and everything is in a controlled environment. This has kind of been honestly chaotic, but I wanted to see what would happen if I just let the chickens do their thing naturally. So this egg is actually a light blue egg. So it's from one of my Easter eggers, and it's much easier to see the veins and to see inside the shell than it is the ones that are brown. And I'll show you that in just a second. But you can see that tiny little bit of movement. Now, that doesn't mean that 100% this egg is going to hatch. Like I said, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. So we'll just have to see what happens. I've had eggs that were pretty far along and then all of a sudden they got moved to the side and nobody was sitting on them, and so they didn't hatch. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But I'm really hoping to at least get a couple chicks out of all of this. Now, this is one of the brown eggs, and so it's not quite as transparent, but you can clearly see the chick moving around in there. And here we have another Easter egger. These are much easier to see. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys who had never seen this before what it looks like when a chick is developing inside the egg and it's getting farther along. Now we're going to get back to the garden shed, and then I also have a little bit of tomato business. All right, little chicks, I hope to see you soon. We're rooting for you. Now, I'm sure that the way I put things in it is going to morph over time. Right now, I'm literally just going to take everything out of my house, all the open bags and things like that, and just shove them in there for now. There's no shelving in it, and so I'll have to figure out exactly how I want to organize. But today, it's really just putting things in it just to see how much I have.
And then I can go from there later on as far as how I want to organize it. And also, the bigger they get, you may have to have a permit, you may have to build some kind of foundation for it. And I really didn't want to get into all that because it's more money and more time. I just wanted something to be able to organize a little bit, and that I have.
Y'all, I wish I could say that the sky was beautiful and blue, but it is hazy. You know, they keep talking about all the haze up in the north, but you know, it's also hazy down here in North Carolina and even below. I know some people in Alabama have said it was hazy, and the air quality is rated unhealthy. We've got 93% humidity. But anyway, life still goes on. Got to get a few things done today. Now, I still have a ton of cleanup and landscaping and things to do around this area. In fact, I'm thinking about adding a lot of rock to this whole area because everything around here has to be mowed. I got to use the weed eater or whatever. I've still got pavers over there that we're going to go in around the garden patio, but I honestly think I'm going to go with rocks around the garden patio as well. So more to come on that, but this is what it looks like, and let's open it up. So I just pushed it up a little bit and it actually stayed. I think I can hear my voice echoing. It's got a little bit of a hydraulic system here so that it won't slam. And there's the bottom. It actually comes with bungee cords that you can tie up on the top if you want to hook it to some garbage cans or lids of some sort, so that when you open the top, it actually pulls the lid off for you. Because some people like to keep their trash cans and stuff like this, maybe to keep raccoons and other animals out of it. This is strictly for me to put my garden supplies in. So there's plenty of room to stack things. And this is going to be absolutely wonderful to get things out of the house and get them in here and keep them away from the rain. So y'all, this actually took me several trips just to get this little bit in here. And I actually have an appointment that I have to go to, so I'm gonna have to stop. But over here, I've got some snake scram. I've got a huge bag of blood meal, some cocoa coir, diatomaceous earth. I've got a few different natural organic fertilizers. In the back there, there's some bone meal. I've got the super phosphate, bags of earthworm castings. That's the bag of perlite. Then I've got a bag of lime that I've never used, and then vermiculite. So this is just getting started, and I had some shovels over in the corner, but I have a lot more to add to it. But I'm glad to get this out of the house and closer to the garden patio. And that's that. You can put a lock on it if you want. All right, guys, today I'm going to add some fertilizer to my tomato plants. Now, that's not really the way you're supposed to do it. They've been there for weeks and weeks. If you read the instructions on the bag, it'll tell you exactly what you need to do. So in the future, going forward, if you guys are going to be fertilizing your plants, then you might want to buy the fertilizer near the beginning of the planting season so that you have it on hand when it's time and you know the best way to use it and the best time to use it because you've already done your research. But last season, I didn't use any kind of fertilizer at all. I just used the worm castings, and they just kept producing and producing. It looks like a lot of things are going to seed early this time. And this year, I thought I would just try some Espoma fertilizer just to see if it really made a difference, because I'm having a lot of issues on this side of the house, like I've said so many times, with too much sun and things like that. So I just want to see if the fertilizer will give it a little boost and help it out a little bit. So I really am going to have to play around on this side of the house, see what things do okay with all this sun, and then see what other things may need to be moved to a different area. All right, so this is just a small bag of organic fertilizer that is specific to tomatoes, and I'm just going to try it out. Now, obviously, this isn't going to help with issues like sun that I mentioned earlier, but just overall, the plants are really struggling over there with a variety of things. And also this year, the soil may be just a little bit different. Things aren't quite as productive as they were last year. And if y'all have watched my other videos, I used a ton of different products this year rather than just the Carolina Gold potting mix. So I just want to see if I can give them a boost. Right now, they seem to be growing okay, but you know, if I can do something to help them out, why not? Now, if you guys have watched some of my other videos, I do talk about how I don't really like to use a lot of fertilizer because we may not always have easy access to things like that. And so I like to see what I can grow without that. So here's the tomato tone, and it gives instructions for what to do for a whole row, for single plants, things like that. It says 3 tablespoons for a single plant. I'm going to just sprinkle some at the base of each plant in each pocket, and I'm not really going to worry about measuring too much. Y'all know I don't do a whole lot of that. All right, so the other reason I wanted to get this done today, which I forgot to mention, is that we're supposed to have thunderstorms, and so I'm hoping that this will just get washed all down in there when those storms come through.
All right, y'all, that's gonna be a wrap today. The air quality is horrible. I have asthma and I feel like I'm breathing with some kind of weird filter on. So I'm calling it quits out here today. I'll see you real soon in the next video. And until then, y'all have a great couple of days. Bye-bye.